Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So I've been looking back through my videos for the last few months, and one thing that struck me is that I don't set lap times very often. Now, there's a reason for that, and that is because I generally measure myself against myself. I don't let other people kind of influence what I do, and I use myself as a benchmark. So with that in mind, I'm going to be going after my fastest bridge to gantry time in a road car, which is the Porsche GT2 RS MR, which is a 6:55. Now, the car I've chosen to do this isn't strictly a road car, but I thought it'd be quite an interesting experiment to see what these kind of track cars are like in comparison to a normal road car. And the car I've picked is the Pagani Zonda R, which runs on full slick tyres, has about 700 horsepower, so it has a fairly comparable amount of horsepower to the Porsche. And so we're going to see how fast I can lap the Nordschliefe. But before we get into that, we are well into December now and on the run up to Christmas, and I am aiming for 150 subscribers before Christmas. As it stands, I'm currently at 139. So if you guys are enjoying the content that I'm making, if you like the videos that I make, then don't forget to hit the like button down below, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification as well, so that you guys know when I release a new video. So here we are, heading out of the TF car park now. This car would be completely illegal to run during TF because it's not a road car. It's not really road legal, but it is an awful lot of fun. So we're going to go bridge to gantry, see if we can find some time over and above my 6:55 that I ran in the Porsche GT2 MR, which I think, knowing that I'm on slick tyres, will be relatively easy to find. Now, I do quite like the fact that there's frost on the ground and snow on the trees and stuff, and I think that must be a concept manager thing, but I don't know, maybe it's normal AC and that's just a feature of the game. But truthfully, I haven't really picked up AC in a little while, so this could be quite an interesting lap. That was a bit scary going through Hatsa back there. And so yeah, the Zonda R, it's 740 horsepower, so a similar horsepower figure to the GT2 RS MR. That's a mouthful. And to be honest, it feels a similar sort of speed, but obviously it's when you really open the taps like now that you realise that it weighs absolutely nothing. This thing weighs 1,000 kilos, so just over a metric ton. It's just over 1,000 kilos, and obviously completely made of carbon fibre, a carbon fibre tub, and it's basically built and designed to be a race car, but it's a race car that you can't race. There are, as far as I'm aware, no series that you can run this car in. So at that point it becomes a very, very expensive track toy. Now, there are only 15 of these in the world, or there were only 15 made. And these sort of cars, so this, like the FXXK and stuff like that, always mystify me. I mean, to be fair, they're made of complete pure unobtainium, and a mere mortal like me will never ever get to own one. But I'm kind of struggling to see the point to them, really. I guess it's the same as those guys that go out and buy like a Lotus Elise or like a Radical or something like that. If you've got the money, then fair enough, but my god, this is quite fun to drive this thing. And it is on slick tyres, on big old fat slick tyres, so I have stuck the softs on for this run just to see how she does. But the handling is absolutely on point, and I've stuck my Formula V2 rim on. I don't know if this car actually has an open wheel in real life. I think it might have a round one, but this felt kind of appropriate in that it is quite reminiscent of it. The only thing I can really liken it to is a GT3 car, and it does have many sort of similar characteristics in the way that it handles, in that you can make the nose nice and pointy. Well, that sun's a bit horrible. As we now make our way back kind of up the hill, and this is where that 740 horsepower V12 really comes into its own, and you've got to be very, very brave as we are approaching 300 kilometers an hour now. And how brave am I feeling? Not that brave. Down a gear, and then back on it again on the run down to the carousel. Now, as I said, this thing is monstrously expensive. I don't actually have a figure, but we are talking in the millions. Oh, doesn't like the carousel. It's quite a low, stiff car, so that doesn't surprise me. And now this last section of the track should be really good fun, because it's all relatively fast flowing corners, and I keep getting downshift protection, which basically means that I'm trying to treat this car like a GT3 car and just bang it through the gears. And you do have to treat it with a little bit more respect than that. It really doesn't like it. I am enjoying the snow-covered Nordschliefe. It does look beautiful, and I wonder if actually one of my future videos I might actually do a snow Nordschleife lap and see what I can do. Maybe in like an Audi Quattro or something like that, just to make sure that I don't absolutely die. What do you guys think? Do you think I should do a snow-covered Nordschleife lap just for shits and giggles, just to see if I can actually make it around? Now, one thing I am also going to do is start doing some, as we go through Flensgarden 1, and really have to nail the brakes off the kind of dip there, is do some dirt rally content. I don't really do a lot of rallying, but it's something that I kind of want to get into, and I've just bought myself Dirt Rally 2.0, so I'm going to be going through some stages, and just maybe I'll do like a stage of the week type thing. I don't know. Ooh, as we that was a bit code brown there. Just not quite paying attention. Still balked the second carousel as well. I didn't really not doing very well on the carousels today. As we now head towards the final corner and then the run down to the gantry, so we can pretty much just feather the throttle. There we go, run it all the way out wide and see what sort of lap time we do. We'll head back to the pits and see, because to be honest, for this sort of driving I turn everything off. I turn all the kind of displays around the kind of HUDs, I turn them off, because it's so nice to be completely immersed in what you're doing. I've got this big old telly in front of me as well, which really helps with that immersion. And I wanted to give a shout out actually to Will Ford, who's you guys know as Boosted Media, who's just done the most insane thing, which is the triple 65-inch 4K sim rig. And at some point, my dearest ambition at some point is to own something like that. So let's just take a quick look and see what time I did. So if we go into our timing page, there we go. So that's a 6:42.6. So I took a good 13 seconds off my lap time there, and that kind of shows you the difference between something which is fundamentally a road car with a few tweaks to make it slightly more race car-y, and something that is purely set up as a race car. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the like button, and of course subscribe if you enjoy the videos that I make, and hopefully we will see you again soon. It's kind of the same as, oh hello, what a dickhead. It's like the guys that go out and buy invalidate lap.